Hello, all, good evening. So we're going to learn about PowerPoint today. Um, uh, so we'll learn about the basics of PowerPoint and we'll learn about toolbars, commands, and see how to create a simple presentation. Okay. So yeah. So PowerPoint basics. Microsoft PowerPoint is an electronic presentation program that helps people present a speech using a collection of slides. A PowerPoint presentation is a collection of slides that can be used to create oral presentation. Click the start button. So the first paragraph explains what is a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so it is just a collection of slides. It's a collection of slides in the sense it's just a number of pages where it has where it has some content that can be presented during a speech by the presenter. Okay. Uh, so how can we open this PowerPoint? So click the start button and click all programs options from the menu. Search for the Microsoft Office submenu and click it. Search for PowerPoint from the submenu and click it. Okay. So all you can do is click on the start button, browse through it, and you can go under Microsoft Office tools. See, it's a bit different in my system. So I have the latest Windows and it's present in here. So all and also you can search by using this option here, search button here, and you can open the PowerPoint presentation from this thing. Okay. So this is how you open a presentation. So you can start with a blank presentation. Okay. So to create a new presentation, when beginning a new project in PowerPoint, you will often want to start with a new blank presentation. Select the file to go to the backstage view. Um, Select new on the left of the window. Then click a new blank presentation. A new presentation will appear. So we did this already, right? So whenever we open a new presentation, right? Uh, It'll ask for this. It'll open this page whenever you open the thing. So here there are a lot of options here. So you can open the recent PowerPoint windows that is open. So or you can open any themes that is already present, or you can open a blank presentation. Okay. So for this session, so we're going to learn about we'll learn about a basic presentation and how to open it. Okay. So all you have to do is you have to select it, and you can see a new presentation with a blank slide that is opened. Okay. uh, and it will have a single slide. So this is a slide, and it has a default section. There are two sections in it. You have a title card, and under that you have a subtitle also. There's a different section, so you can enter some titles and add some subtitles in the first page. Okay, the default page that is open. So yeah, so this is how you open a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So once we have created a new presentation, so we've seen already how to create a new presentation, right? So we have opened the backstage view, we click the blank presentation and opened a new window. So next step is how to insert a new slide. So whenever you start a presentation, it will contain one slide with title, slides, layout. Okay, so the layout we saw, right? There's a default slide that will open. So it will have a particular layout which is called the title slide layout. So you can insert as many slides as you need from a variety of layouts. From the home tab, click the bottom half of the new slide command. Okay, so choose the desired slide layout from the menu that appears. The new slide will appear. Click any placeholder and begin typing to add text. Can also click an icon to add other types of content like a picture or a chat. The change the layout of an existing slide, click the layout command, then choose the desired layout. Okay. So we are going to see how to create a new slide. So already we had a default slide that is opened. Okay. So this slide we didn't create it. Okay. So whenever you create a new PowerPoint file, this title slide layout will be automatically inserted. Okay, so it has an the title slide layout is a particular layout where it has a title section or subtitle section. Okay, so this will be the initial default slide that will be added to the presentation. So now we are going to see how to add a slide with a different layout. So what do you mean by layout here? So layout is nothing but the section and how the way it is presented. Okay, so we have different layouts that is already available. So here you can see the titles layout, slide layout, which is already inserted. So then after that, there are different layouts that is present. Okay, so for example, if you see this title and content layout, right, here you can add the title, and here you can add some content here. So you can add a picture, or you can add a chart, or any type of content here. So this is called a so this one has a particular name which is called a title content layout. So this is a title layer. I think this one is called a title slide layout, and this is called a title and content layout. Okay. So similarly, we have different other things here. So we have a picture with caption layout. Okay. So here you can see there is a section where you can add a picture. Okay. So click icon to add a picture. So we can add a picture using in this particular section. And here you can add the content, I mean title, and here you can add some what do you call add some content about the layer, content about the picture. So let's say if you want to add a picture of tiger, right, I mean, so the title you can give tiger, and here you can say tiger is an carni carnivorous animal. Okay, so here you can see give some content here. Then you can add a picture of the lion here or tiger here. So see, the picture is added in this particular layout. Okay, so here you can see the layout, right? So the picture fits in this particular section, and we have title and a card section. So if you see this section, right, this one is different. So here you cannot add a content or a picture. So if you want to add a picture, you can add only a picture. You cannot add a content or anything here. Okay, so you can, let's say if I insert a tiger, right, again. So see, in this section only you can add a picture here. So you cannot add a content here. So this is the difference between layouts. Okay, so layouts will help you to arrange things in a different way. You can add a content in a different way, and by default there are a lot of layouts that is present. Okay, so we saw samples of 2 layouts here, and similarly we have a lot of layouts like this here. So we have picture with caption, title only, blank. So all these layouts we have it in our section. Okay, so this is called layout. So the PowerPoint interface. So when you open your PowerPoint for the first time, the start screen will appear. From here, you will be able to create um, a new presentation. The ribbon quick access toolbar are where you will find the commands to perform common tasks in PowerPoint. File tab in Backstage View gives you various options for saving, opening a file, and printing and sharing a document. So here we are going to see the commands that is present and the interface that is available. Okay, so here this if you see this picture, right, it'll show you all the tabs that is present. Under each tab, what are the ribbons that is present and what are the command groups that is present. There is something called a title bar where you have the where you have the file type and the file name, and there is a slide area where you can edit some content here. There is a help section. There is an slide tab section where you can see all the slides here. There is a quick access toolbar. There is a notes section. There is a slide view section. There is a zoom options. Okay, so all these things are present in a PowerPoint interface. Okay, so if you see this point, right? So here you can see all these contents here. So there is a quick access toolbar, and there is a file and home ribbon here. So we have a home tab. Under that we have different command groups and ribbons. And apart from that, there is a header section. There is a help section somewhere here, right? So help is present here actually. So here you can help is present as a ribbon here at the top. Okay. At the top here. And apart from that, we have the slide. What do you call this? Slide view section. So there are different slide views that is present. Okay. There is a slide view section. There is a zoom section here. And apart from that, there are apart from that, there is a notes and comments section where you can add some notes and comments to your slides here. Yeah, so these are all the different interface and command option that is present in your PowerPoint window. Okay, so if you see this picture, right, this is the old one. Okay, so mine is the latest one, so it is a bit different, but you get the idea, right? The things that is present are all same here. So might be a little bit different, but all the things that is available here also present in this latest PowerPoint we have in this thing. Okay. So yeah. So any doubts in this up to this? Is this clear for you all, guys?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we'll see how to what are the toolbars that is present and what are the ribbons that is present, and maybe we will do the small section also. So we'll have a small introductory section. We'll have exercise after that. Okay, seeing all this toolbars. Okay, so at the top right, we have a lot of toolbars, or we can call them as ribbon or tabs group. Okay, so here if you see, right, this is called a tab, and it has a group of ribbons. So ribbon tabs group tools and features together based on the purpose. Okay. For example, to make your slides look better, look for options on the design tab. The tools that you use to animate things on your slide would be the animations tabs. Okay. So animation tab is present here, and all the functionalities all the functionality that is related to animations will be present under this particular animation tab here. So under this particular animation, we have a different ribbons called animation, advanced information, timing, and all these things. So all these functionalities, right? It is related to animation. So all the functionalities are grouped into a single ribbon. So if you see the draw thing, right? All the things that help you to draw some stuff, right? Will be present as a command groups and under this particular ribbon here. Okay, so similarly we have insert. So if you want to insert slides or tables or images or different stuff, right? Like smart art. If you want to insert a command, so if you want to add any content or insert any content, right, all these things are present in this particular toolbar here. Okay, so first let's go through the home tab. The home tab holds the cut and paste features, font and paragraph options, and what you need to add and organize slides. Okay, so if you go to the home tab, right, there are options to cut and paste stuff here. So similar to the things we learned in this word, right? Uh, we have we can cut and paste using these shortcut buttons that is present in this home section. Okay, so under the clipboard there are options like copy, paste. This is copy, this is cut and paste. All these options are present here. And also, if you want to insert a new slide, right, all these options are present here. So you can choose a layout here. There are, okay, so we can choose from any of these layouts here. And if you want to add any fonts, right? So if you want to change any font, right, and all this font and font related stuff is present in this command group. And the paragraph alignment is present in this paragraph in this command group. And obviously here you can see some stuff to draw in this like pictures, like arrows, right? All this can be drawn, taken from this section here. Okay, so this is the command home tab. Okay, so here also you can find and replace things. Okay, if you want to find something, right, if you want to find the word tiger here, right, you can use the find and replace section here. Okay, so this is the home tab. So next we'll see what is an insert tab. So click insert to add something to a slide. This includes pictures, shape arts, shape charts, text boxes, and a lot of other stuff. Okay, so the next tab you're going to see is insert tab. So in this tab, right, you can insert a lot of stuff in your lot of things in your PowerPoint presentation. So if let's say if you want to add a new slide, insert a new slide, right, you can choose the new slide, and you can add title only car, or just you can click something here. Okay, so this is how you insert slides. So once you insert slide, right, you can now see there are 5 slides. So if I add a new slide, it will become 6 here. So this is how you insert slides from this section. And apart from that, we have tables here. So you can add some tables here. And apart from that, there are a lot of pictures that can be inserted. We saw how to insert pictures in Word, right? So similar to that, we can insert pictures from the device or online, and we can insert icons. We can insert a lot of other stuff like this. Okay, so we can add a comment to this thing. Okay, so maybe you can say tiger slide. So we can add a comment to this particular what do you call this particular slide. So apart from that, there are text boxes. We can add header, footer. We can add, and insert word art, symbols, video, audio. Everything can be recorded, inserted using this insert tab. So insert tab is particularly for inserting content into your slides, and we can insert all these types of contents here. So whatever is present here, right, we can be inserted. So all this is under the insert tab. So next we are going to see about the design tab. On the design tab, you can add a theme or a color scheme or format the slide background. Okay, so if you go to the design tab, right, you can see there are themes that is present. Okay, so themes, there are variants, and there are slide size that we have, and format background we have. So you can choose any one of these themes that is present here. So you can choose like, so if you apply a theme, right, it will always apply to all the uh, so it will apply always to all the slides here. So if you choose a theme like this, right, it will apply to all the slides here. So you can choose different variants of a particular theme here. So this is this is just a what do you call this? A variant of this theme. Okay, so under this there are a lot of different types here. So some might have variants, some might not have variants like this. So you can choose any one of these variants and themes here. And if you want to do change the form background, right, you can change the background also here. So you can change the background color. You can do some stuff like this. Okay, yeah, apply to all. So you can change the background also using this. Okay, so using this thing here. Okay, so all these things, right, we'll see deeper in the later sections. But for today, right, we're just going to learn the basics. Okay, so what that is a thing you would learn. Okay, so next thing is we're going to learn about transitions and animations here. So just we saw what is that? So transitions, right? What is a transition? So transition is nothing but how the slide comes in when you do a presentation. Let's say if I do a presentation now, right? So I'm doing a presentation. If I click the slide, right, you can see the slide that slide appears as a normal way, right? But you can change the slide transition here. Okay, so if I want to slide to appear from the left to inside, right, I can do this. So I can just say okay, I can just say this one. Okay, so if I do this slide transition, right, if I do the slideshow again, so now you can see how it appears, right? It appears from the okay. See, it appears from the right to left. Okay, so you can do some slide transition to all the slides if you want. So if I do something else, right? If I say random bars, okay, and if I do a slide transition, right? So you can see how the slide appears. You can see how the slide appears, right? So this is called a transition. Okay, so the way the slide appears in a presentation is called a transition. So all this transitions, how to you can insert a sound in a transition, we can insert a duration, or we can insert on mouse click and all these things. So all these transitions, right, we'll see later in the section, but later in our classes. But you should understand what is a transition. Transition nothing but how the slide appears in the presentation. Okay, so similar to that, then we have animations. Okay, so animation is a particular content that appears on the screen. Okay, so if I want if I want this picture from fly in, right, let's say fly in, right, now you can see how the tiger appears. So you can say fly in, wipe or something. So there are a lot of different options that is present. Okay, so you can choose any one of these animations for a particular content here. Okay, so this is how you choose use animation. So if you want this thing, right, so if I want this to fade and fly in, so you can choose your content, and you can add some animations to this content here. So you can add anything like this. Okay, so this is called animation. Okay, so apart from that, what else we have? Then we have the slideshow tab. Okay, on the slideshow tab, set the way uh, around how to show the presentation appears. Okay, so there is something called a slideshow. So how the presentation appears. Okay, so if I there are different command groups here. Slash something called start slideshow setup and monitors. Okay, so here you can see how the presentation always starts. So If I click from beginning, right? If I click this, right, it will always start from the beginning. Okay, from the first slide. So if I choose fourth slide and say from current slide, right, you can see it appears from the fourth slide directly. So how the slideshow progresses, okay? So how the slideshow appears for a particular on a presentation, that is called all these options are present in the slideshow section, okay? So we have a setup, so record slideshow, rehearse timings on all these things. We can do a rehearse before a presentation. So all these things are available here. Okay, so apart from that, there is something called review. So review is nothing but spell checks are available, and there are some comments that can be added. Okay, so like this, we added comments, right, for a particular slide. So comments can be added. All these options are available in the review section. Okay, and there is a compare section. There is a note section. Okay, so this is called a review section. And then we have a view section. So we saw the views here, different types of views here, right? The same things are present here. Okay. So this is called a normal view where we can edit our presentation. So then we have the outline view, slide sorter view. So where you can sort your slides. Okay. You can rearrange your slides in this slide sorter view easily. Then we have notes page. Okay. So you can see all the notes that is available, and there is a reading view. Okay, so you can read the slides here. So similar to that, you can arrange the show grid lines or guidelines. So like this, right? You can see some guidelines or grid lines here. So we can zoom in. We can zoom into 200% if you want, and you can choose grayscale and all these stuff here. Okay, so nothing. So nothing. So all these options are present in this thing. Okay. So we'll go to the normal view. Yeah. So that's it. We learned about all the views that is present. Okay. So what is a ribbon and all these things? The ribbon, the PowerPoint uses a tab ribbon system instead of traditional menus. Okay. The ribbon contains multiple tabs. So home is a ribbon. Under that we have multiple tabs. Okay. So the ribbon contains multiple each several group of commands. So as I said, font is a group of command, right? That is called a ribbon. And for example, the font group on the home tab contains commands for formatting text in your content. So you should know what is a ribbon and what is a command group. Okay. Uh, so the home is a ribbon. So I usually call this a tab. Okay, but the actual name is ribbon here. So there is home ribbon. There is an insert ribbon, design ribbon, and under each ribbon there are groups of command. There are different command groups. Okay, here you can see clipboard, slides, font, and paragraph command groups. So similar to this, there are different types of command groups under the ribbon. Okay, so yeah. So we'll have a quick exercise now. Okay, so I'll give you 20 minutes time. Okay, so you guys create a slide with the a title card slide, and add some two different slides, and also add a end slide. Okay, a thank you slide, and let me know. Okay, so I'll give you 20 minutes. You have to add three slides. Okay, so you have to add three slides. You can say tiger. uh, so what you guys can do is you can just create a new empty PowerPoint, add three slides. Okay, so empty presentation, add three slides, and so add a new slide with the, let's say, a picture. Okay, so let's say a picture tiger, add some content, army chorus, and you can add a can insert a picture. So then you can add the thank you slide at the end. Okay, so we can give a thank you slide. So can you do this exercise? I'll give you 20 minutes. Now it's 7:16. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You
Yes, I
guys
can.
can. Okay. You guys can do this. Okay. So where did we finish our thing? Okay. So we saw all the ribbons and stuff like that, right? So now we're going to learn about. We saw what is a ribbon toolbar. Yeah. So we'll see what is the commands formatting and align text. Okay. So there is something called font size, font style, font color change case. Okay. So let's say there is a font. You know what is a font, right? You guys know what is a font, right? So this is a font here. Okay, so you can change the font size and all the contents for it here. Okay, so if you go to the home tab, there is a section called home. In the home ribbon, there is a command group called font here. So the default font that is this Calibri light headings. Okay, so this is the format here, and you can change it to any font you want. Okay, so this is Algerian font. Okay, and the font size is 60 here. If you want to increase the font size, you can do it. So font size is nothing but the size of the font. Okay.
Sir, I cannot see the monitor.
Oh, you cannot see the monitor. Sorry. Share screen. Okay. Okay. Is it better? Can you guys see now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So we are learning about font size, right? Okay. So there is something called font size, font. Okay. So commands formatting and aligning text. Okay. So in the home ribbon, there is a command group called font here, and you can choose the font size, font style, font color, and case. Okay. So if you see this option, right? So this is called a font. Okay. There are different types of font. The way we write our font. Okay. And there is a font size. So the default is 60. Apart from that is a font style, bold, italic, underline, shadow, and strike through. And there is a font color, the color of the font, and there are cases to do things. Okay, so let's see an example how to change all these things. Okay, so let's say this is a font, right? And the font type is Algerian here. So if you want to change the font type to some other thing, you can do it here. So you can just hover over the different types of font that is present, and you can see the preview also here. If I say Comic Sans MS, right, that will be selected and it will be a different font here. And the font size is 88 here. If you want to make the uh, font smaller, right, you can do it from here. So you can click the drop down. I can choose anything here. So I can choose 54 here. So that is a bit smaller than this one. Okay. So then there are options called font font style. Okay. So you can choose a change the font style. So there are different types of font styles like bold. Okay. So you can see what is a bold, right? You can see you can see it. See the lines are thickened, so that is called a bolded font. Okay, and then there is called tiger. Okay, so, oh sorry, italicized font. So you can see it is slightly tilted towards the right. Okay, so that is called italicized font. Okay, and apart from that, underline. So underline is self-explanatory. So you can see the underline. thing, and there is something called strike through. Okay, so if I choose okay, strike through. Mhm. Okay, this is a text shadow. Okay, so this is not a strike through. You can see the shadow will be added to the font here. So if I choose TI, right, and add a, you can see a shadow that appears, okay, on the font. So that is called a shadow. So you can see the difference when I switch it on and off, right? So that is called a shadow. And then there's something called strike through. So if I choose strike through, right, you can see that there is a line that appears, okay. So these are different font styles that are present in the font section. So we're seeing all these things, right? Then we can choose about font colors, okay. So font color is black now. So you can change it to anything like you can change it to some gold color. So this is how you select the font. You can change the font color from this particular section here. So all you have to do is you have to select your content and you can just change it to a different color. Okay. So yeah, so these are a lot of different options that is available on the font command group. Okay. So any doubts in this? How to change the font and font style? What is all these things? You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So yes. So let's learn about the next topics. That is called something called commands formatting and aligning text. Okay. So commands formatting bulleted and number list styles. Okay. Some placeholders format text as a bulleted list by default. Uh, Click the bullets numbering commands to create a new list. Click the drop down arrows to choose a list style. Okay. Horizontal text and align text. Okay. So we'll see all these things. So if you go to the format tab, right, there is something called paragraph. And in this paragraph, there is a lot of alignment that is available and the bulleted number things that is available here. So and then another format ribbon, paragraph group, we are going to learn about paragraph group now. Okay. So if I go to format, this format. Okay, if I choose this, okay, so under home tab, there is a section. Okay, there's a paragraph section. So this is okay. So in the home tab, right, you can see all these options that is available. Okay, let's go to this thing. And if you want to add a bulleted list, okay. So you guys know what is a bulleted list, right? You guys would have learned it in Word. So can anyone tell me what is a bullet? Anyone?
So
What's kind of not
Mhm. See, bullet is a list of, so whenever you want to add a list of things, right? Let's say if you want to add a list of things about tigers, right? You can use a bullet or a number, okay? So tiger is a carnivorous animal. Then you can add lives in the forest, okay? So you can say ferocious animal. Ferocious animal. So you can see a lot of things about tiger here, okay? So has stripes, okay. So we can add different types of fonts, different types of list here, okay. So in these things, right, you can use the bulleted list here. So bulleted list, if you see here, right, you can use the bullets here. So if you want to change the bullet type of bullets that is available, right, you can click the drop down here and you can change it to a tick mark or anything that is available here. So this is how you add a bullet. So bullets and numbering are similar, and you can add it to a list of elements that is available. So if you want to present things as a list of elements, right? You can add bullets here. So similar to bullets, you have numbers here. So you can choose, if you click the numbering thing, right? You will have numbers here. And similar to bullets, right? There are different types of numbering that is available. You can choose any one of these things, okay? You can add Roman letters. You can add ABC, or you can add 1, 2, 3 with the what to say, with the parenthesis or with the dot. You can add any one of these things. Okay. So this is how you add bullets here. So apart from this, there's something called sub bullets. Okay. Let's say if you want to add a bullet under a bullet, right? You can add it. So if I go to bullet and list. So, So let's say if I want to add a bullet, so tiger, let's say tiger lives in Asia, and if you want to add a different list of countries, it is in, let's say India, let's say Myanmar, let's say so Bangla. See, if you want to add a sub list, right? So tiger lives in Asia, and if you want to add a different a sub bullets or a sub numbering, right? You can do this thing. Okay, so what you can do is you can enter, you can press a tab here, and then you'll have a sub list of elements. Okay, so maybe in the Bangladesh you can Dhaka or some other city. Okay, so something like this you can add. So all you have to do is you have to enter and press tab, right? You'll have a sub list. Okay, so similarly you can have any levels of sub list in bullets or numbering here. So this is how you create a sub list. Okay, so you can add it here also if you want. And for this sublist also, we can change the way it is presented. Okay, so for this sublist, right, we can add 1, 2, 3 here. So if you see this, right, you can press Shift Tab to move to the left. Okay, so if you move to the right, it will be, now you can see an E, right? So this is how you add or move whether it is in a sublist or it is in the main list. Okay, so you can use Tab or you can use shift tab. Okay, so tab will be in a sub list, and shift tab will be the main list. Okay, so this is how you move tab numbers here, so or bullets here. So you can have bullets or numbering, or both can have sub list and sub numbers. Okay, so this is how we can add different levels of bullets and numbering in your sheet. So is this clear for you guys how to add a sub list and stuff like that? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can use tabs, or else you can use this thing here. Okay, so you can add it to the increase list level. Okay, so it'll you can move this left and right using this option also. Okay, so instead of tabs you can use this also. So there is line spacing. Okay, so what is called ribbons and numbers. Okay. So similar to that, we have something called alignments. Okay, so you guys know what is an alignment, right? So there is a center alignment, there is a right alignment, there is a justification. So yeah, so if you want to align things from the left of the menu, right? You can click left. Okay, so if you want in the center, you can choose the center alignment, and if you want the text to start from the right, you can say right alignment here. Okay. So you can see, right, all the things start from the right alignment. So if I choose left, right, it will all start from the left. So this one is centered and this one is justified. Okay. So this is how you do alignments in your tab here. So horizontal, we just saw, right? Horizontal text alignment, left to center, right, and that's it. Okay, so align text. So we saw those things. Okay. So yeah, so that's it on this alignments. Okay, so then we can learn about how to drag and drop text here. So okay, so working with text, we didn't learn this, right? So working with text, okay. So let's see how to copy and paste text and cut and paste text, okay. So you guys know what is copy and paste, right? So select the text you want to copy, then click the copy command. So the double paper, right? That is called a copy command. Place the insertion point where you want text to appear. Click the paste command on the home tab, and then copy text will appear, okay. So now we're going to see how to copy and paste text here. So let's say if I want to copy some text, right? Thanks for attending the class. So I want to copy this text somewhere. So all you have to do. So what I have to do is select the content here and go to this section. Okay, the home ribbon. Under this, there's something called copy. Okay, so click on copy, and then the page will appear. Okay, so let's say I want to copy it in the first page. Okay, so I will place this. This is called the insertion point. Okay, I will first place a cursor here, and I'll paste it here. So now we can see the content is copied from the third slide to the first slide. Okay, so this is how we copy a text. Okay, so and also you can do similar to that. You can use cut and paste also. So so can someone tell me what is the difference in copy and paste and cut and paste? See,
So
copy.
copy paste is a simple place. Then here to copy another place. Then cut
Mm,
is cut in the same delete, but they one can paste other place.
yeah, very good. So what cut will do is if you do a cut, right, it will be removed from this particular place and it will be copied here. Okay, so if I want to paste it here, I can do the same thing and it will be called. So the original text will be removed. Okay, so that is the difference between cut and copy and paste. Okay, so cut will remove the original content and move to the new place, but copy will retain the original content and it will make copies of it in the insertion point. Okay, so this is the difference between cut and copy and paste. Okay, so we saw how to cut and copy in this section using the command that is present here, right? So we can go to the home tab and do it. So, but there are some shortcuts that we can use cut and copy. Okay, so what you can do is you can select the text and let us control C. So if you press control C, right, and play and paste it here, right, it will paste. Okay, so I didn't move here and click paste. Okay, all I did is plus control V. Okay, so once you do this, right, you can copy paste easily. Okay, so similar to this, there is something called control X. Okay, control X. So control X will cut it and control X will control will V will paste here. Okay, so control V will paste here and control X will copy. Control C, control control C is copy, control X is cut, and control V is paste. Okay, so these are shortcuts available. So you can use a text like that, or you can or also you can use this section also. So like right click, right, uh, okay, so there is no option here. Okay, so these are two ways you can copy and cut paste. Okay, so you can use this clipboard here. You can use menus or ribbons here, or else you can use your shortcuts to cut and copy the content here. So yeah, so that's it on cut and copy. So So next, we're going to see drag and drop text. Okay. Select the text you want to move, then click and drag the text to the desired location. The text will appear in the new location. So let's say if I want to drag, right? If I want to drag it to some other place. So let's say I'll select the text. I'll pull this, okay, and I can paste it here. Okay, so under this thing. Okay, so this is how you drag a text. Okay, so I can select like this. I can just pull it here and put it here. So this is similar to cut and paste, but you are just selecting it and dragging it over there. Okay, so how do you drag it? Okay, so all you have to do is select it, click on this thing. Now you can see now you can see an icon that is present, a triangle that is present on the mouse pointer, right? So that means it is going to be dragged. Okay, so usually you won't see that icon, but if I click on it, you can just see the square box. So that is the thing that makes sure that it is going to be dragged. Okay, so click on it, you can see the square box here, then you can drag it. So this is how you drag and drop a text here. So yeah, so we just how to drag and drop. Okay, so you can see the square box here also. So then we have the quick access toolbar. So we have a shortcuts. Okay, creating some presentation. Okay. So then we have the quick access toolbar. Okay, so if you see in this section, right, there are different quick access toolbars that is available. Okay, so using this quick access toolbar, you can quickly access some content here. Okay, let's say if I want to uh, let's say if I want to cut and copy, right? If I want to add cut and copy here, so every time I don't have to select, click on the home tab, and then I cannot cut and then I can't paste. Then I can have to click here, right? Instead of that, if I want to access directly the quick access thing, right? You can do it from the quick access toolbar. So as the name explains, right? It is using the quick access toolbar, you can quickly access your content here. So what I can do is add more commands. So if I search for copy, right? So there are already 3 commands that is present in the quick access toolbar. And if you want to add copy, see, I can add copy. So I can add copy here, cut here, okay. And if you want to add paste also, I should be able to do it, right? Paste, okay. See, once now I have added all these access toolbars from this thing, right? If I click OK, right? Now you can see all the things that is present in the home tab also present here also. So using this option, right? You don't have to or you don't have to go to the home tab and then click copy and all these things, right? All you can do is you can just select your text here, then go here, then you can say cut, raise the insertion point, and then you can say paste, okay? So now the content is cut and paste here using the quick access toolbar, okay? So this is the purpose of quick access toolbar. So what we are doing is we are saving mouse clicks here. So you don't, so let's say if you're on the home tab, right, you have to click home tab and then you have to click this thing, okay? There are 2 clicks to reach this particular cut copy section, okay? So instead of that, if it is already there in the quick access toolbar, right, you can just reach the copy and paste functionality in a single click, okay? So here we are saving our time using the quick access toolbar. So this is the purpose of having a quick access toolbar, okay? So similar to this cut copy paste, right? You can add anything you want, okay? So anything under this section. So there are different menus, right? There are different ribbons, and under different ribbons, there are different options that is available, okay? So all these things can be added to the quick access toolbar, okay? So if I say, if I go to more, so So by default, all these commands are present. Okay. If you want to add save, I can save option. So then there is a spell check option. There's a preview option. All these options are present. So let's say if let's say the command you want, it is not present part of this section, right? You can go to the more commands, click on it, and you can see all the commands that is available. Okay, so on the drop down you can see all commands, or you can say the commands in the file tab. Okay, or the commands in the home tab, insert tab, draw tab, and all these things. Okay, so you can add whatever you want here. So let's say if I want to uh, add table section. Okay, so we saw you guys know what is the add table, right? So if I want to do the add table section here, click OK. So now you can see the add a table button that is present here already. Okay, so instead of going here, insert and doing add table, you can just do it from this section here. So click on it, and then you can easily add a table like this. Okay, so this is how you add different commands to the quick access toolbar. So let's say if you want to remove, right, also you can go and remove it. So go to more commands, click on the add table, click remove, and click OK. You can see it removed. Okay, so similar to this, you can add a lot of different set of commands that is available. Okay, so if you see the all commands, popular commands, so there are tons and tons of ways to filter out these commands. Okay, so you can say popular commands and just say bullets. You can add, then we can add what else we learned here. Bullets, font color we can add. See all the stuff we can add. So I can just select the font here and just select the font color from here. Okay, so the font colors change easily. Okay, so this is how you add a custom toolbar to your PowerPoint. Okay, so any doubts in this, how to add and remove custom toolbars, what is the purpose and all these things? Any doubts on these or any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so then we have come to the last section. So we're going to learn about the basic commands that is available. Okay, so already we learned about Control X, Control C, and Control V, right? Cut, copy, paste. So similar to that, we have Control N to create a new presentation, open an existing presentation, save an existing presentation, open save a dialog, choose a presentation, all these things. Okay, so let's say create a new presentation. So I can do Control N, right? So now you can see a new window is opened. Okay, so we already have a window here and a new PowerPoint window. The title slide layout is present here. So if I do Control N again, right, that's a new slide. Okay, so you can see two new slides that is available. So easily you can add a create a new empty presentation using the Control N option. Okay, so apart from that, we can do a save. Okay, so Control S. So you guys know what is a save and all these things, right? So if I change the content, if I press Control S, right, the file will be saved here. So I can save it in a appropriate location. I'll say it in the okay, I can save it in the 17th October, today's date, right? So I can save it in a particular location. Okay, so if I say Control S, right, the content will be automatically saved. Okay, so Control S, so file is saved. Okay, so this is a shortcut to save a file. So yeah, so we saw how to save a file. So then there are commands like Control O. So if I want to open an existing presentation, right, I can use a Control O. So Control O will open the existing presentation. So I can just say a word PowerPoint that is already. So you can open an existing presentation about the word we learned, right? So Control O. So you can do it from here, or we can use the shortcut key Control O. So we can open any one of the presentations here. Okay, so I can just say expect great things. So this is how you open a presentation, save a presentation, save as, close a presentation. Yeah. So if I want to close a presentation, right, if I can just play Control W. So Control W will, if the file is already not saved, right, it'll ask you to save. Okay. So let's say if I saved it already, right, and press Control W now, it will be automatically saved. Okay. And that's it. So this is how you do it. So Control O again. And you can do a Control O and open the presentation. So apart from that, close a presentation, we can say Control Q, save and close a presentation. So let's say if I change something, right? So if I do Control W, it will ask you whether to save or not, right? But if I didn't save it yet, okay. So if I press Control Q, right? Control Q. Control Q will automatically save and open the file. Okay, Control Q. So Control Q will automatically save and open. It won't ask you to save a file. Okay, it will automatically save a file. So yeah, while closing it. Okay, so that is another command that is present. Okay, so apart from that, then undo and redo an action. Okay, so let's say if I type something. Okay, so let's say Robert, I'll uh, I'll say slide about tigers. Okay, so if I say Control Z, right, it will remove all the content here. So if I say Control Y, it will add it back. Okay, so this is called undo. So Control Z will undo the action. So whatever you typed, right, it will remove all this stuff here. So Control Y, right, it will redo the action. So whatever you have undone, right, it will be redone. Okay, so that is the difference between undo and redo. Okay, so this is a shortcut that is present. Okay, Control Z and Control Y. Okay, so I think uh, okay, so there is no actual key that is present, I guess. Okay, so home. Okay, so there is only shortcut to do this. Okay, so we don't have that thing. So Control Z will undo all the things we do. Okay, so if I say if I keep on pressing Control Z, right, it will do it. So if I press Control Y again and again, right, so it will redo all the stuff. Okay, so this is the difference in Control Z and Control. So now I'm doing Control Z. So if I press Control Y, right, it will undo and redo things. So that is how you undo and redo stuff. Okay. So if I accidentally delete some stuff, right? If I say I don't want to delete this stuff, okay, but I deleted it, okay. So now you can do Control Z to add it back. So that is the purpose of control. I mean undo and redo. So Control Z is undo and Control Y is redo. So yeah. So that's it about today. And the last thing is we are having an as usual an homework. Okay. In the homework, you have to do a presentation. You have to add a title page, add more slides, add some picture charts, add transition, play the presentation. So you have to do a self introduction slide. Okay. So you have to create a slide about yourself. You have to add you have to add a picture of you or details about you, your name, number, education, all these things. You have to add different slides and you can do it. Okay, so that's your homework for your class. Okay, so please guys do your homework. Okay, so Angovin and Hussein are the only guys doing it. So I kindly ask other guys also to do it. Okay, so it will be helpful for you guys. Okay, so Bhaskar and Dinesh, நீங்களாம் பண்ணலாம். Okay, so that's it for this class today.